Welcome to another live stream, people. This series that we're going down, we're going to call it the Scavenger Hunt series. And while we go through these series, I want you to pay close attention. The Jaden Smith case. I will not be covering the Jaden Smith case publicly because I'm waiting for, not to toot any horns, but for the veil to be removed from the masses' faces. Yes, that's what I'm waiting on. So the thing is this. We're just doing a little brief introduction, right? And then we're going to move on to what we're here to cover tonight. And we want you to pay close attention, right? Jamaica is the perfect place to commit the perfect murder and get away with it. Perfect place to commit the perfect murder and get away with it. You see the previous video that I published earlier today, a lot of people didn't watch it because it was not filled with what you would call it now, the hype and the normal thing to actually catch the masses. So that basically fly over a lot of people's head. But if you really and truly want to understand how to move in this life where God give us, want to go watch that video there and listen keenly with your ears and what was said out of the book called The Heart of War. So we're on the Scavenger Hunt series. And the big topic in the Scavenger Hunt series, we're going to call it removing the veil from off of the eye and open on the eye and look. Open on the eye bright and look carefully, and you will see clearly.
Sorry, there's nothing.
You see this here? You see this here? What is computer? And listen to what me talking. I mean, I touch it, you know? And it listen to what me a chat say. All right, my people, let's get into the meat of the matter. The Scavenger Hunt series. And it's basically just bringing you guys down a road where you guys understand how my brain actually tick. If this is your first time seeing me on your screen, please subscribe to this YaadBossTv channel. And as you enter the live stream, please like the stream. All right. So now we're looking at mindset and strategy. Why mindset and strategy is the ultimate combo. Remember, my people, the case where YaadBoss decided to throw the towel in on. I reached to a point in that case where me hit up in a brick wall, and the masses and the people them were investigate the case no lick up in that brick wall yet. But me just have the faith that eventually they will actually come along and lick up in the brick wall. And when everybody is on the same page, probably then justice will be served for Jaden Smith. Let's continue with the material of the night. Desire, the starting point for all achievement. A burning desire. A burning desire versus like casual thinking. So as you set out in your life journey, right, and you want to move from some form of like mediocrity to where you can actually provide for yourself on a daily basis, where you don't really have to stretch, right? You don't really have to stretch like and say, where my next meal come from, right? It will take burning desire to get to that next level. If you just use like casual thinking and wishes, like I wish that I'm able to buy that house, I wish that I'm able to buy that car, it's not gonna come. So anything you set out your mind to in life, right? You have to have that burning desire and be obsessed over it in order to achieve anything worthwhile in life. So that is how you actually separate yourself from mediocrity to excelling in life. Burning desire, become obsessed in whatever you want to achieve in life. And let's take like a youth from the garrison. The garrison produce a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers, and a lot of nurses, right? What separates somebody who turn into an uncat man and somebody who turn into a doctor or a lawyer? Burning desire. Look into yourself and say, you know what? One day, I want to come out of the garrison and I want to live somewhere where it is quote unquote a little bit more peaceful. That is where the burning desire come in. The man that actually turned to become an Ankiat man probably went to one of the best high schools. But guess what he didn't have? He didn't have the burning desire. He just wanted to become an Ankiat man. While another person from the same community, right, same set of circumstances, had different goals and objectives, and just continue to chip away until that person was able to achieve those goals. Burning desire. So I guess the man who decided that he wanted to push the uncat, he just had casual wishes. He just want a couple of shillings in his pocket, and that's it. Daily struggles in the rat race. That is the difference between someone who obsess over something, the burning desire. I want to say something, but I have to be careful on how I tread these days. Yes, my people, I have to be careful on how I tread these days. Definite purpose, clear goals. We have something that's called the subconscious mind. When I get an insight in how me think now, right? When I get an insight in how me think and the reason why I made the decisions that I made in this case. Definite of purpose, clear goals. We have something that's called our subconscious mind. You ever get like ideas, right? And you wait an hour later and you didn't write it down and then you just forget about it, right? A lesson that you guys in the live stream tonight can take away from this, right? Whenever you get ideas, right? Whenever your subconscious mind is talking to you, right? It is good to always write down those ideas as you go along, right? Those ideas could be a multi-million-dollar business. But because we don't get into the habit of actually writing down what our subconscious mind is actually giving to us, right? A lot of ideas end up at the graveyard. So that's one thing that I actually developed over the years. It's like many years of studying, right? It's like if I don't have anything to write it on, I use my phone and I record the idea that come in on my head. Boy, the phone, I ring. Let's see if somebody is calling me to get on the ear. Me can't escape, Let me see. Hello, good evening. This is YaadBoss. Hello? 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 Yes. Yes. Yeah. Are you calling to get on the ear? Yeah. Talk to me.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, always follow your kind of the Jordan case, and
Yeah.
he realize where you hit a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you say, Mr. E, where your point, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things said in the Jordan case.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do analysis on the case,
Uh-huh.
you could not rely on one statement.
Uh-huh.
You have to rely on, because a lot of things was said.
Yeah.
So you have to take the pieces and try to put them together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you may hear this, that, fancy that.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to use one puzzle and solve the other one.
Yeah. But the thing is,
me talk to you.
Yeah, the thing is this, right? We have other people on the case now, right? I think once everybody catch up, right, the picture would be very, very clear. So that's what I'm waiting on. Not saying that I'm like completely done with Jaden Smith case. No, like I'm the only one that can decide whether or not I'm done with Jaden Smith case. Nobody can make me stop fighting for justice for Jaden Smith. I decided, right, to take a back seat because I believe that I reached to a point, right, where the veil is not over my eyes. My eyes is wide open. Okay? So what me I do now, I'm just being patient, right? I'm being patient. So everybody else can remove the veil from them eye. And once that is done, I'm not sure if justice will come. I'm not sure. Even when the veil is removed, I'm not sure.
Nobody can sure about anything, you know. You know, all the bloggers is on this case.
Mm-hmm.
No individual blogger going to come up with all the answers.
Yeah, I think they all mean well. Yeah, I think they all mean well, right? I think every single one of them.
That's why I say they all mean well, but everybody not going to come up with all the answers.
Yeah, they all mean
because
well.
You may,
yeah.
You may have an information. Tiger may have an information and different.
Yeah.
Right, so Tiger may have a piece of the puzzle. You may have a piece of the puzzle. Progress, Mato, Price.
Yeah.
This lady from England is there. Let me listen her. And by listen her, listen you, listen Mato, listen J Progress, and listen this brother. Any again? God, Jesus, me just.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you maybe like 30 more seconds, right? Because we're not really talking about the Jaden Smith case here, right? But what me gonna say to you is this, right?
No. I listen.
Yeah, right.
You're right. No.
Yeah.
And I'm out to talk about somebody else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But me. I show you where you miss and the ending.
Go and listen.
Right.
You see the video that I posted earlier, right? Where I put up those two books.
The war business.
The art of war. Listen to that with intention.
That and me also listen it.
Yeah.
And me also like it too.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's a good topic. I pick them good,
Yeah.
I mean, so them bad,
I believe, I believe like once like the heavy hitters really like get on, the veil is actually removed, because I do believe that the whole of them have good intention in trying to get justice for Jaden Smith. I do believe that, right? And I'm not going to come out here and I'm not going to bash anybody. That is not in me, right? Other people will bash me and they will live by my name, right? But until, right, them catch up, Jamaica is a place where people get away with murder. And if I thought,
right?
Yeah.
Jamaica is a corrupted place, boss. You know.
Yeah.
It's a Jamaican, I mean, all that.
Yeah.
Can't tell you a lot of things about them.
Yeah. Yeah. But
You
yeah.
You understand.
Yeah, man. But big up yourself. Next time, maybe like tomorrow or maybe like one of these days, I'll have like an open call in where people can actually call in and vent same way, right? Like me personally, right? I'm not gonna stop the callers them from calling in and talking about Jaden. I'm not gonna stop that. You know?
Some socialists say a while ago, me want to address it.
Yeah.
When you talk about people burning their things and why people feel this way.
Yeah.
It's not 100% true, you know.
Burning desire?
Not 100%.
Why would you say that?
It's not 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, Mr. Jamaican.
Yeah.
It may be true somewhere else, what me talk about in the case of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people feel in Jamaica, not because they never have burning desire. Certain things are burning desire. But there's an obstacle.
What is the obstacle?
And it is designed.
Huh?
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Suppose me tell you the Prime Minister of Jamaica do not work for the Jamaican people. You don't believe me?
He works for the British government, yeah. On behalf of the Jamaican people. Yeah.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jamaican government have no desire of giving Jamaican economical independence.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you see, all right, a lot of people don't understand these principles that I'm talking about, right? Them that teach them thing in a school. This is a continuous education that you have to continue to read as you get older in life, right? So when I say burning desire is this, right? My family background, we came from the garrison, okay? But I have a set of family members before me who had the burning desire to move the entire family from the garrison. And then put their mind to work, and they work, and and we're able to move out of the garrison. You get what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think your family is the only foreign family inside the garrison have a burning desire to move out there? Not
saying that, but you can have a burning desire. More. Yeah, you can have a burning desire to do.
There's a lot more, but they have obstacles. Obstacles was designed that way.
Obstacles.
Designed that way. Few gonna escape. But the majority gonna stay back because the society was designed that way.
Yeah, so you have to couple like burning desire with action too, right? So you can have ideas in your head, right? And you really and truly want to do something, right? But then you have the fear of failing, and you don't want to take that action to move forward, right? That's where I see like
that
most people feel. Yeah.
I'm not saying what you're saying is not valuable. Yes, what you're saying is valuable.
Yeah.
But is that 100% true? Yes, you have to have that burning desire to move in order to move.
Yeah.
But it's not 100% true.
Yeah, but take yourself as an example, right? Like with me, right? If I want to accomplish something, if I set my mind to something, right? I know there are certain limitations. Like if I say I want to become the president of this or the president of that, that may never happen, right? But if I say, okay, I want to, what you would say, I want to make such and such amount of money in such a time. I set a reasonable goal, right? And figure out how I'm going to attain that, right? Even like my journey on social media, I did not know that I was going to create a TikTok account. I do not know that I was going to do a YouTube account, right? But when I get to work, like I get obsessed over something and I try to perfect it. You get me? And that is how I was able to be, yeah. That's what I say is like burning desire coupled with action, you know? Yeah.
Well, sorry, I said, but you're trying to paint the picture that anybody at all who have a burning desire to do certain things, would be able to achieve.
I believe that. I believe that.
No, that's not true.
Okay, so you don't believe in your abilities?
Listen.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people work.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
Have desire to achieve certain things I never achieve. And not because they never work hard and not because they never plan to be. Right? But the society said that way.
But is it that your dreams or your goals are not big enough?
I am really referring to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right? And the system in Jamaica, I don't know why.
Yeah.
The middle class, the so-called educated, accept it. I make them know. And me working at the system, why me know? Me working at the system.
Yeah.
And I was able to pinpoint. And when we talk government issues and question the system.
Yeah, you cannot break up. Yeah.
To me, say, yes. Me used to work in the system.
Yeah.
And when you pinpoint, right, the problem. I mean, someone the official.
Yeah.
I'm questioning.
You
know to me? And me tell Jamaican this. And me know the so-called intellectual them know. If me I done so me know them know.
Yeah.
If me able to pinpoint it as a dunce. Right?
Yeah.
You know what it said to me? It said to me, if I believe that the system that I was working into was meant to be efficient.
Yeah. All right, let me continue with the lecture and just listening, right? We can talk another time on this, right? But
if you just finish me and say, you come want to tell Jamaican something.
Yeah.
Let me tell Jamaican something.
Yeah.
Right? He asked me if me believe the system,
the
program that I was working into was meant to be efficient. I said, yes, why not? He said, no.
Was not.
It's a public relation.
Oh, okay.
Because Jamaican government do not believe in giving Jamaican economical independence. Because if them give them economical independence, then believe that they cannot govern them.
Right.
And me we say this, me we add to it, name me one thing since Jamaica independent that Jamaican government do in the name of the Jamaican people. We're successful. Name me one. I'm going to with that.
All right. Okay. All right. Take care, man. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man.
Jamaican government. All right. Let's take that note down. That's a good call, right? Burning desire versus casual thinking. You see, we all have different outlooks in life, right? My outlook is nothing can stop me. That is my outlook. Yeah. Growing up, I never ever depend upon government to save me. Never ever depend upon government programs to save me. That is how my brain is wired. Yeah. Because if me depend upon the government and if me depend upon a boss to dictate When me go reach in a life, I'll be stuck in the rat race. That is all I'm why. So let's take a little man in the garrison. We say that it's hard to come out of the garrison. When I was growing up, I left the garrison when I was like 8 years old, 7 or 8. I used to always hear this thing say, because I'm your address, me can't get certain job. Right? Because I'm your address, me can't get certain job. But would you believe that even my grandmother, when she used to live in the garrison, had a job, not a big job, but a job at a reputable company downtown Kingston. What me I say is this. A man in the garrison, if him really and truly want to get a job in a New Kingston, if him really and truly don't want to go downtown and go push the handcart, wake up one morning, put on your best suit of clothes, even if you don't have a suit. Put on your best suit of clothes, your tie, and your best shoes. Take the bus. Go up there. If you want to become a car salesman, whatever you want to do, go up there and ask to speak to the manager. And when you speak to that manager, you say to him, boss, you just be transparent, just like how me I talk to him. Say, boss, I really and truly want to work for your company. I'm not asking for no salary. I'm willing to learn. This is what I'm asking you to do, sir. May I beg you? Here's my resume. If I can just get enough money to cover my transportation to and from work, and also enough money so I can put some food in my belly, buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's all I'm asking. I just want an opportunity to prove myself, sir. That's all I'm asking. A lot of youths now go do that. But that is what I have done many, many times. When me broke and hungry and now no money. When me I go through the stages. Work for free, work for little or nothing. And when you work for free and when you work for little or nothing, you always go above and beyond. Always do more than what is required of you. Yeah. That is how a little man in the garrison can move from pushing handcart to selling BMWs and selling Porsches. The manager go say to you, when you ask him that, what is your background? Which school you go to? When can you start? How many hours you can work at a time? And when you get the job, you reach the 1 hour before the place open. And you make sure so when you leave, are you and that the same manager a lock up shop for go home. That the manager there must become your best friend. And give it maybe a year or so. Keep on working. The manager will give you raises, because he might see your work ethic. And you just go and put in the work for a year or so, and you go and see how far you reach. That is called changing your trajectory in life by removing the fear and just asking, You see, the thing is this, when me get to understand, you never be afraid to approach people who you think is high and mighty and in a them suit. Because they want to teach. But enough people are not approaching them. They want to teach. You think me afraid for go up to a CEO and introduce myself? If I want to read somewhere, right? I may see the CEO right in front of me. I'm not afraid. Accent or no accent? No. You cannot be afraid of rejection. That's all me I say. So when people are saying there are stumbling blocks and their system, there, what you would call it now, 2 or 3 Jamaica. There's the poorer class, and then you have the ultra rich. You think everybody will turn rich at Jamaica? A scammer and thief? And them not come from the garrison? No. It's mindset. You know here where name? Think. Use your brain. That is what it is. So when you say some people can't do it, you can't do it, you already attack yourself into failure when you say you can't do it. And when you say the government now create the opportunities, you already attack yourself into failure. You're already doing that. You're already doing that. All right. Not everybody is going to agree, right? But you have to get to that point where you see, say, the government not going to help you. If you have government healthcare and go down what you call it now, down a public versus going to a private doctor, you go and wait forever to get a procedure done when you go down a public. But when you have your insurance and you go to a private doctor, you get through. Easy. And you don't have to necessarily work for somebody to be independent in life. No. The simplest business, the simplest thing, like I was talking to a friend, right? And we're like brainstorming ideas, like what is the quickest thing that you can come up with in Jamaica itself, right? In order to start generating money right away. And here is a very, very simple one. If you have anyone in this chat here, Jamaica just went through a crazy hurricane. And they're going to be rebuilding like crazy. The people, them now build up back no wooden structure. Light bulb moment. What is flying off the shelves? Blocks. You call hardware can't find blocks. You don't have the money to buy a block making machine. So how do you start a block making business? As a little man in your backyard in a St. Elizabeth, close to St. Elizabeth area. You go up on YouTube and you figure out how you can make blocks without a block machine. Light bulb moment, you can buy the form, right? You can buy the block form where you can maybe like 25 blocks at a time. But you have to make sure so the blocks them strong. So you start right there, so 1 cocoa, and you go and build your little business. Another one is called, like we would call now, water, like one of them water machine there where you can clean the water because them have a water problem in that area there. You have one of that, you drop one of that in our community and you charge the people them, you know, kill the people them with money, with a bunch of money now, you know, right? You drop one of them, but you have to have a source. Yeah. So you have to just use your brain and think. Yeah. It's not always working for somebody in order to have some form of independence in life. Right. So definite of purpose, right? So as I said, like using your subconscious mind and make sure like you write down your ideas. Goal setting, I don't really do a lot of goal setting, you know. I most likely write down stuff that come to me, right? Yeah, because most of the goals that I set out in life, I already achieved them, right? So right now, day to day is basically just maintaining, and if new ideas and new business ideas come to mind, I write them down or I record them, right? Emotional intensity behind success, you call it now emotional intelligence. So if you notice, like when people live by my name, right, you don't see me come out and you don't see me lash out, and you don't see me galang bad, right? Does that hurt me? Does that make me mad? No. If I believe in what I'm doing, whatever people say about me, it's not going to affect me, right? That is where emotional intelligence come from, right? So I'm not going to be mad if somebody call me out and I say this and that. No. And if it comes a time where people want to have a conversation, fine. That is perfectly fine. You know, that is where emotional intelligence come from. And that come with like years of training, years of practicing. Not everybody is going to just develop that. Some people will go a lifetime without actually getting to that point, right? Where they have emotional intelligence and being able, right? Being able to be, what you would say, you know, have an open mind, right? When somebody come out with something that is against the grain, the masses will lash out and they will say, no, sir, we don't believe in that one there. But instead, right, what I do is take a step back and really look and see what I go on. But I really don't think them a look and see what I go on. My hope is eventually they will catch on. Turning desire into obsession, right? So we look at like the burning desire, right? Those people who you see become like billionaires in life, they're obsessed. Obsessed. Like the beating that I received over the past week, 2 weeks. A lot of people would have just quit and locked down. No. Boy, I can't answer. All right, let me answer that one. Let me answer that one. Hello, good evening. This is YaadBoss. You're live on the air.
You're on live?
Yeah, yeah. You want to talk on live or no?
No, I'm on live. Remember the talk to the other day.
Yeah, I'll call you when I'm finished. Okay, I'll call you when I'm finished. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me turn off the phone. Let me turn off the phone. Let me turn off the phone. See if I can turn it off. 1 second. Come on. The phone now lock off. All right, there we go. All right, let me take a look and see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that is 1 second. 1 second. And nothing wrong with partner with someone you can't trust. All right, test several hypothesis. Okay, let's see here. Big up yourself, Linda, Trudy, Martin. Big up, big up. All right, yeah. So as we see, like in the past, like couple of days, right, week or so, the beaten, right, or the so-called beaten them. If somebody was not strong and believing in themselves, they would have shut down the YouTube channel and run away. But I understand how social media work. There's ebb and flows, right? Ebb and flows. And things will turn around. Yeah. The channel is relatively small and it will grow. you know, it will grow as the time go along, you know. And I do have people call me still behind the scenes, and they know exactly what is going on. They already cracked the code. Yeah. So forward we march. We are on the scavenger hunt series. We just continue, because watch me now. Uno dey in the right place, you know. Me guarantee uno say uno dey in the right place. Uno dey in the right place. All right. So turning desire into obsession. So basically, like, whatever you decide, whatever you want to accomplish in life, right? If you're not obsessed over it, I think I was alluding to like the billionaires, right? Like Steve Jobs, or the crazy one where you call him now, Bill Gates. Them, the Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. Them obsess over what they want to accomplish. Morning, noon, and night, 24/7, not asleep. So imagine if we was doing the same thing in whatever we wanted to do. Huh? Imagine how far. You'll be creating generational wealth. Right now, I have a business idea that I'm sitting on. Website, app is already completed, but me keep on procrastinating. Me keep on procrastinating. And I see that idea actually going a far, far away. But at least it's done, it's shovel ready, right? It just take a little bit of fine tuning. And the people them still a bill me monthly. But me not stop the subscription. Because I know it's something that is ready to go. Right? Something that is ready to go. But right, Jessa? We have a mission, and the mission is not done. Even though we're on the Scavenger on series, the mission is not done. We have 50 people over here. The mission not done. Remember where we live come from? 400, 600, 700 people. The mission is not done. We're on the Scavenger on series. And let me tell you something. We're all spiritual beings. There is only one God that I believe in. One creator. I don't believe that another man walking the face of this earth here is more powerful than me spiritually. I don't believe that. To my core, I don't believe that. Sometimes you have to act like you don't have no sense. I don't believe that. Nobody can conquer me. Never that. Never, ever that. My mother and father never grow no fool. You see, the thing is this. People may think that they are more powerful than you. Right? They may think they can do something and get away with it. But eventually, it catch up to you. Eventually, it just takes that one person to have the interest. That one person to have the interest. Yes, my people. This is a boy I name YaadBoss. Spiritually, I'm not afraid of nobody. The only person that I answer to spiritually is the Lord Almighty. Every day I pray for long life, clarity, health, and strength. And the Lord God Almighty continue to provide that. Continue to provide that every single day. I'm going to have my prayer warriors then. Small army who believe in me. Yes. That is what keep me grounded. I trust and believe that victory will come one day. But we just wait for the veil to come off for them, yeah. So we'll continue the Scavenger Hunt series until the veil is removed. So writing your goals daily, right, as you go along in life, right? And this does not matter what age. It no matter your age. You could be young, you could be in your 50s, you could be in your 60s. Keep on writing down your goals, right? You can pass that on to your grandchildren. The man who actually started KFC, right? He started KFC, I believe, in his 60s. Finger licking good. All over Jamaica, right? So let me turn on this mic. The mic, may I talk how long, and the mic not on, me I talk how long and the mic not on, my people. I want to go on here, so. All right, let me plug in the mic. Yeah. So the man that started KFC, he started it in his 60s, right? And he left a legacy for his family. So it doesn't matter. You know, you may be retired, but our brain is still working. Our brain is still clicking, right? So it's good to actually write down whatever thoughts that come through your subconscious mind. We're 49 minutes in, and we just reached a segment 2. All right. So here we're looking at like winning before the battle starts, right? So we come out of a bitter war, right? All warfare is not necessarily based on deception. It's based on strategy, okay? It's based on strategy. You have to know when to push and when to pull back and just watch. You have to know when to push and when to pull back and just watch everything unfold. So planning before action, right? Me say me nah talk about the Jane Smith case much publicly. But me never ever say me nah try still catch the killer. Me never ever say that. No. Never ever say that. Publicly. Me just leave it alone. That is it. Planning before action. Knowing when not to act, right? When everything is going, seems like it's going bad. It's not in my DNA to lash out. Oh, I can go in the lions then. I handle myself very well. While everybody head hot, chip out. Savvy. I've walked in many rooms, Many rooms. This is not just social media, right? Many rooms. This is very dangerous that we're doing. Very dangerous. Knowing when to act and when not to act. Yeah. Scavenger Hunt series. Positioning versus effort. So we're in like the art of war now. That's what we're going down, right? Knowing when to act. Knowing when not to act, right? Positioning versus effort. So right now what you're seeing is positioning with not much effort in the public domain, just chilling and watching. And this is one thing that you have to do first, right? You have to win the mental game first. You have to win the mental game first. Critical. Me not go say me win it. Because me no want hear, oh, YaadBoss, say win the mental game. Or me just say, I think everybody means well. I really do think everybody means well. But there's still some more work to do. Because the veil is still covering 99.9% of their eyes. You see, us over here, most of us over here, the veil is already lifted. The veil is already lifted. Yes. And it's so clear to see too, you know. It is so. Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. I tell you, you're a mighty God. A mighty God. See what them do to Jesus Christ? They never believe him. And then walk him to the gallows. And then crucify him. Not comparing myself to Jesus. But we just see them walk him to the gallows. And crucify him. So clear to see. The power of thoughts and beliefs. Thoughts becomes reality. So this is one thing, like, ever since, what you would say, you know, ever since I was like 19, 20, them age there, I was always careful of the company that I keep. I mean, I tell you, some of my people, them when we used to hang with, no normal. And I'm sure a lot of people, you know, as a young teenager, growing up in certain cities, you know, you're gonna run. Like I went to, like, I'm an old boy from KC, right? Wolipa, Nakis and Clappis, me never see them do nothing, but me just say, right? And like I had to make a decision, like where me ever go? But me have my uncle. You see my uncle? Them man they not play. Me always hear me in the back of my head, boy. So them a go so, and me just go so. Right? Thoughts become reality. Always thinking positive thoughts over your life. Don't because you feel a little hate right and you feel a little hate right so. You can say, oh, I wonder if I cancer, I wonder if I this, I wonder if I that. No, when you keep on calling them things upon yourself, and that you're going to get. Yeah. You know when me learn that? Napoleon Hill. Me listen to that man there over and over and over and over and over. Because I used to work, like my commute at daytime used to be maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes it's like an hour and a half when I'm stuck in traffic. Right? And the man used to say, this lady, right? He used to always say, she not have cancer, you know? She used to always say, I'm going to die of cancer. Every time him see her, the woman say, I'm going to die of cancer one day. And guess what kill her? Cancer. Speak positive thoughts over your life. I am well. I am healthy. Me I gonna live long. My brain good. My spirituality turn up. No obia can touch me. Send it back to the sender in the name of Jesus Christ. Yes. Trample them under your feet. You know, so them can't touch you. Yeah. Speak positive thoughts over your life. No negativity. That's what me I tell you, say, if you feel say you can't accomplish something you already feel. If you set out on a mission and you look upon it and you say, boy, me can't accomplish this, you know. Once you say me can't accomplish this, you already lose the race. Instead, what you have to say to yourself is, Father God, give me the tools to get to the finish line. Father God, give me the tools, me I beg you, to get to the finish line. Yeah. Me remember when I was younger and I had a young family, right? And may I tell you, it was rough. I couldn't even find money to buy McDonald's. Paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth. But every day me I listen to Think and Grow Rich and me I listen to Napoleon Hill. And my subconscious mind up on fire. And I knew I was on the right path, even though me never have no money. But me never look upon it and say me broke and hungry. Me just look upon it and say, okay, me don't have the funds right now to actually go to McDonald's and even buy a fries. The only money we me have was to do what? Was to pay my rent, put gas in my car, buy food, put in the house, and pay bills. Little or no disposable income. But me keep on. I had the burning desire to make more. And me keep on listening to the audiobooks. The idea of a business did not come from the audiobook. It comes from the lessons. Yeah. Use your brain and think. And one day I just get in my car and I just start driving. And I just talk to myself. And I say, Father God, show me the way. Show me the way. And you know me buck up in. Me see the man them on the road that pick up scrap metal. Me I say, everybody a pick up scrap metal. As soon as look at scrap metal, I mean I talk about long time. Maybe this is what like 10 years ago. No, more than 10 years, like 15 years. I look young, but everybody a pick up scrap metal. So me I say to myself, so everybody a pick up scrap metal. Where me I go find scrap metal from? That is too competitive. And then me see some big old truck. I come and pick up cardboard boxes. And me say, wait, what am I do with them cardboard boxes? Subconscious mind at work, you know. Yeah. Me not have the money, but the brain I think how to get it. Right? Because I just start out in the field where me in. And them no pay No money when you just start hand to mouth, yeah, get. So I say, all right, how would them do with that? Yeah. And them ask one of the driver them, what him do with that? And him say him recycle it. And I say, where you bring it go? The man say, I bring it to a recycling plant. And then pay your feet. The cardboard box them. Me say, Lord Jesus. Me say, Lord Jesus. Me hit the lotto. So now, me start research now. Me never call no recycle company yet, you know. Me a talk about a little man. We just have a SUV and an old 1992 whatever car we have. Right? We start research now. And then we start understand the prices of cardboard. Look at the market. See how much money cardboard is trading for. Right? Because if you don't know what cardboard is trading for, and then you can call the recycling company, them are going to give you a little bit or nothing. Right? So I find out how much money cardboard are trade for. And then I say, all right, good. I see how much money. Because them ship it over India, them ship it all over the place. Right? So now, we call the first recycling company. Don't be afraid. Me rehearse, you know. Me rehearse what me going to say to them, you know. Me call them and be like, listen, I pick up cardboard boxes from maybe like 10, 15 businesses in the area. And at the time, I have no customer, you know. At the time, I not even have a trailer to go pick up a cardboard. I not have no customer to go pick up now. I have about 15 to 20 customers that I pick up from, right? I'm looking for a recycling company to bring my cardboard, to sell my cardboard boxes to, right? What kind of deal? Like how much do you pay per ton for the cardboard? Because they pay based on tonnage, right? And then I believe at the time, let's say cardboard was going for like $225 per ton, right? I believe at the time, the first guy that I cut a deal with, he was paying like 50%, right? And then it was like a far distance, right, to bring it to that person, right? So I did a couple of trips to him, right? So what I did, right, as soon as I cut that deal, okay, I have somebody who I can actually sell my cardboard boxes then to, right? Now it's time to go get the cardboard then. So I start go around and I talk to every single manager, right? We have cardboard in a them dumpster. I'm going to buy myself a little trailer, hook it up on my SUV, I'm going to drive, right? But as I go along, we start figuring it out and I say, okay, when we can get the most cardboard from? The liquor store them, the dollar store them. So we start cut deals with the liquor store and the dollar store them to cut out whosoever that was coming to pick up them cardboard so them can sell the cardboard to me. We pay them a little bit more, right? And then we go pick up for them cardboard and bring it to the recycle plant. Yeah. And I did that business for what? Maybe like, I did that business for like 2 years. Yeah, so now we can go on McDonald's and we can go buy fries. Yeah. And that just came out of nowhere. Right? Just right out of the head, right? So you needed to make something more, right? And that's what I tell you, like, don't be like, okay, because you live right, so the obstacle. No. That is just thinking and asking, right? But I wanted to scale that business because I got to a point where I had a facility, right? I wanted to actually do like export. I wanted to export the cardboard. But the we would say the cardboard market is at the time. I haven't looked at it in a while, but you have big swings in the market. Like this month it will be like 225, 250 per ton, and then the next month it will drop down to like half of that, like any 160. So the swing was like really, really bad. So like if you actually purchase cardboard from the liquor store them at a certain price, right? And then you have to export, like you have your own bill and everything, and then you get ready to actually export it overseas. That was like the difficulty that I ran into at that point. Finding it's not like I couldn't find people to export it to, but then you have to find people who you can trust, so them are gonna pay you when them collect your goods. And normally the turnaround is maybe like 90 days in order to get your money back. But yeah, that was using my subconscious and studying to turn into a business. Thoughts become reality. And that helped me many, many times along the way. Many, many times. Many, many times. And like as you go along, like in life, right? And you find if you can actually create solutions for people, because you may look at something, you may be in a situation, right? And you say, okay, I was able to resolve this for myself, right? There must be other people who have got through the same issue me I got through. How me can actually use my knowledge that I gain, my experience that I gain from solving this for myself, right? How can I actually solve it for not just one person, but for many more people, right? That is how them people, the upper Jacksonville and upper Cherry Garden, upper them place, they think about things. They not just think about how them can actually solve it for themselves. Them use them life experience and solve it for more and more people. So always keep like positive thoughts and use your subconscious mind, yeah, to work for you. All right. So we are 1:09 in. I guess we can basically call it a night tonight. Let's see right here. Let's go through some of the comments here. Not a lot, but it's I think this was a good scavenger hunt. Do me a bigger now, right? Watch the previous video, not the first one, the second one that I published today, and just watch it with an open mind and just listen to the words intently, right? I slowed it down, right? Listen to the words intently. Listen to it intently. All right. A true water business is a good idea. Yeah. So, and a lot of people, like they had like the outbreak in St. Elizabeth, where people were actually getting sick because they were just like drinking whatever water, So yeah, purifying it's like having like a water purification system in the community. That is a great idea. We're partnering with someone that you can trust. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with partnering with somebody you can trust. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. The supreme heart of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Yeah, you don't need to fight. You don't need to be rambunctious. You just remain calm and let things play out. Let things play out. Yeah, whether you think you can or can't, you are right. Yeah. All right, so Linda, we'll see you later. Decree and declare a thing, and it shall be established. Faith move the hands of God. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. Thank you for hanging in there as we go on this scavenger hunt. The truth is in the detail. I believe on Sunday I have the 10 Commandments planned. The 10 Commandments in the Bible. Thou shalt not this, thou shalt not that. So tune in, look out for more videos to come on the YaadBossTv channel. Back to basics. Take care, my people. Walk good. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out.